And those same females are going to social media, exposing themselves, hoping if a man sees them, he will want to invest into that beauty. He won't. He won't. Who wants to invest in that? You show your butt crack and tits. Well, he can find it easily on the phone. He doesn't even have to speak to nobody for that.
You know what the funny thing is as well, man? Is these women have devalued their bodies so much. Like, you can pay, you don't even have to pay money to see half of these women without their clothes. It's absolutely insane. And I wish it wasn't this way. I wish actually women had more self-respect for themselves these days, guys. Yo, what is going on, guys? Got a video for you here today from a woman named Horny. A lot of you guys have been sending me this video to react to. It is titled, "Men Are Not As Horny As We've Been Taught." So this is apparently a bit of a different perspective than we usually hear from modern women. So let's jump into it, guys. Don't forget to leave your thoughts and your comments. Let's take a listen.
If my nipples want to be the center of attention, who I am to stop them? That's a disease that females have nowadays. They have this mindset that their body is their femininity. And they're saying, if I am beautiful, why shouldn't I enjoy it? Why shouldn't I put it on display? And they walk around butt naked or butt covered in a way that doesn't give any place for imagination, forcing men to look at them, abusing the primal instinct men have to deal with on a daily basis, just so they can get their attention.
I mean, let's say it for what it is, by the way. Like, a lot of this is just downright creepy, and it's also unwarranted from women. Guys, like, often, I agree with this woman, by the way, man. It's gotten to the point now where when I go to the gym, I have to actively avoid the women in there. I'm talking, you know, go to different areas, not look at them, all of this sort of stuff, because they don't even wear clothes that are appropriate for the gym. You know, you have these people, man, like these women go out here and they just want to show absolutely everything off. And speaking as a man, I just want to say, it makes me quite damn uncomfortable. But again, of course, if you're a man and you're uncomfortable, if you're a man and you don't want to see this crap, then obviously you'll have women come out and try and shame you and all of this nonsense.
There is a lot of responsibility females need to take. Time has arrived that it's enough blaming men for things that they didn't create. We want men to be compassionate, understanding, a loving, a caring, reliable, trustworthy person. But we don't give them a chance. All we do is abuse them. Oh, woo, look at this, BBL. Woo, look at this, breast augmentation. Woo, look at this, pussy cleavage. Stop with that shit.
I mean, let's say it like it is as well. A lot of women don't actually respond to these characteristics in men. Okay, many modern day women will say this crap. They'll say, oh, I want a man who's kind, compassionate, excuse me. I want a guy who's stable, who takes care of me, who cares about me, and all of these sorts of things, right? Who's in touch with his emotions. And then if you're a dude and you go out there and you are a lot of these things these days, I mean, women just will absolutely treat you like dirt. They'll treat you like you're a freak. Okay, it's gotten to the point, man, where so many women these days don't actually respond to men who even treat them positively. They don't even care oftentimes. Usually they're just looking for dudes who are highly attractive, and they don't actually care how those men treat them. They'll continue to chase them anyway. So this whole narrative of like, oh, you need to be a kind, caring, and compassionate man for women, I think is stupid. If you're going to be a kind, caring, and compassionate man, doing it for women is a complete waste of time. They don't even respond to these things. And that's not me saying, you know, you need to go out there and you need to be a terrible human being or anything like that. I'm just saying there's no point trying to embody these good characteristics for women because they simply don't care a lot of the times these days, man.
You rob men from their own chance to discover their masculinity by keeping them hard, by keeping them on the edge of not being able even to decide or not, hold on, am I even horny? Do I even want to go and jerk off right now? No, she just passed by with all of her body exposed and I couldn't resist. And you have to know, when I'm now talking to females, men can control themselves, but we never give them the chance. Men are thirsty to understand us. They want to be there for us. They crave this intimacy. They crave being your significant other. They crave to be this reliable person, that person, the only person you run to when you have to deal with something in life. But we don't give them a chance. There is a table full of chances, full of possibilities between a man and a woman. And that naked ass lady coming and shaving that whole table, putting her body on the table, and when they're being asked, what do you bring to the table? Oh, I'm the table. Didn't you see my body? There are millions like you. The fact that a female feels the need to force a man to abuse male instinct so she can get her attention makes her the weak person in the equation.
I think this woman made a really good point right there, by the way, guys, is that, you know, these women, they think that they're exceptional, right? They think that, oh, all I need to bring to the table is my body and the way that I look, and that's totally fine. You understand that, you know, there are so many women out there in the world. Like, women seem to really, really, really overvalue their looks. Oh, you should like me because I look this way, right? You should invest in me because look at my body. And they don't understand that there are millions of other women out there. And this is why so many of these women as well, man, like the dudes will just have their fun with them and then bounce, is because the women actually aren't providing anything else that the man can't get elsewhere. You know, like one of the easiest things, you know, easiest ways to lock down a man is to just be somebody who actually brings him peace. But that is significantly more rare than all of these women who think that they're exceptional because of the way their body looks. It's absolutely insane. Like, women absolutely misplace what men actually find valuable because, number one, they don't listen to men. Number two, they don't care. And number three, they're completely clueless. Let's keep going.
Because if you're a woman that knows her femininity and knows that's her true power, and that femininity has nothing to do with your body, then you wouldn't use your body to make a man look at you. And those same females are going to social media, exposing themselves, hoping if a man sees them, he will want to invest into that beauty. He won't. He won't. Who wants to invest in that? You show your butt crack and tits. Well, he can find it easily on the phone. He doesn't even have to speak to nobody for that.
You know what the funny thing is as well, man? Is these women have devalued their bodies so much. Like, you can pay, you don't even have to pay money to see half of these women without their clothes. It's absolutely insane. And I wish it wasn't this way. I wish actually women had more self-respect for themselves these days, guys. But like, so many of these women who think that they're oh so valuable, you go to their Instagram page and you see everything. You don't have to invest anything at all. You can see absolutely everything. I mean, half of these women who pull this crap, they have boyfriends, man, right? Like you see a lot of women on the internet, and it's like they're just showing absolutely everything. And then you've got some guy who she's in a relationship with. You know it's never going to last, by the way, because the dude's either going to eventually leave her ass or she's just cheating the whole time. So it's like even the ones who are in the relationships, man, what the hell's the point? And they just devalue themselves so much. Like, oh, you need to spend thousands of dollars on me. You need to get me this big ring. Meanwhile, they show their bodies online for like less than $5. What even is that? Okay, and yet you're the one that doesn't like women. If you say, hey, maybe women should respect themselves more, maybe women should care about themselves and their bodies a little bit more, maybe women shouldn't objectify themselves and damage themselves so much. Apparently you're the one that doesn't like women if you start to say these types of things.
He doesn't have to like have your mercy to look at him. And men are using porn because of that, along with other reasons that they have, personal reasons. But the biggest drive men have these days to watch porn is because there is no intimacy. But there is a reason. We cannot just blame them. We cannot just say, come on, why are you watching porn? If you don't know that this is just a symptom. We are holding a huge part in the cause of men not wanting to be with us, not knowing how to treat us, not knowing how to approach us.
I mean, here's also the thing, guys, like men know how to quote unquote treat women. They know how to approach women. They just don't want to. So I'll disagree with this woman a little bit here, man. Like this whole thing of, oh, men don't know how to treat women. Men don't know what kind of behaviors are appropriate. Yes, we do. We just don't care a lot of the times. Oh, don't you know you're supposed to take women out on dinner dates? You're supposed to be traditional. Yes, men have an understanding that this is the way that things are quote unquote supposed to be. But why should a man do these things? Right? It's always like, oh, men don't know any better. Men don't understand emotions. These people, for example, they don't understand that men have feelings. They just don't want to share them with you. Okay? Men understand traditional behaviors. They understand taking care of women. They understand, raising a family and approaching a woman in a particular way and all of that kind of stuff. They understand these things. We just don't want to do them because there's no incentive to do this crap for a lot of guys. Like you go out there, you approach the average modern woman in a metropolitan area, guys. Like why on earth would you take her out to dinner? I have absolutely no idea. Oh, you need to learn how to treat a lady. No. Men know how to treat ladies as ladies. The problem is none of these modern women seem to actually be ladies. Okay, so I'm still expected to hold up my end of the bargain of being a traditional man and knowing how to treat a woman, but apparently my woman can't even keep her body off the internet. That's the deal that a lot of men are getting, right? We have to take women out on dates, but again, you've got these women showing their entire bodies off on Instagram. Like what? Again, why would a man invest in that? It makes no sense to me, man.
We as female gender don't want to be held accountable for the outcome of our doings. Men struggling nowadays has a lot to do with us. Men, miscommunication, misunderstanding, frustration, struggles has a lot to do with us. This generation have no idea what we want from them. They try. They truly try. They go broke for us. They go crazy for us. They want to do more. They want to do that sacrifice of becoming your men. They want to better themselves. They want to become that man. They want to do the work. They're just so confused. Be loyal. Okay, but let me walk naked. Hey, don't look at her. I'm beautiful. Be the change you want to see. Be the change you want to have. You should start first. Show them the way. Invite them. Be welcoming. Be kind. Make it pleasant. Welcome him into you. welcome him into knowing you. All you show is your butt crack. We are in charge of men knowing who we are. Men don't know. If we don't show them who we are, they don't know. They know what we show them. And if you show him your body, that's all he knows. And now we hate each other. Now each one of these genders want to be alone. We don't want women to abuse us. We don't want women to make us broke. We don't want women to treat us so poorly, to treat us like a wallet. We robbed men from the chance of getting to know what they can truly be. What's their potential? If back in the days intimacy was, what's the size of your heart? Can I share something? A part of me, so you can understand me better. And a part of you doesn't mean a tit. A part of you mean a feeling, a pain, a thought, a touch, a tear. That's what they crave. They crave you. Men is not as horny as we thought they are. They want to be loved too. They want to be appreciated. They want to be understood. They want us to listen to them with our senses, with our intuition.
And you see, all the things that this woman is mentioning here, by the way, are all reasons why modern women get passed up, and why a lot of dudes, for example, just go overseas and they just go see, I don't know, Indonesian women, Southeast Asian women and stuff like this, is because these women from these cultures tend to be, on average, significantly more kind, welcoming, caring, feminine, whatever word you want to use, than Western women. You know, you'll have Western women who are just incredibly abrasive. They thrive on conflict. Everything has to be an argument. Everything has to be a disagreement. And then they wonder why the dudes just go elsewhere. In fact, I've seen many times, men, where dudes will go overseas to avoid Western women, and then Western women will become pissed off about it. Like, that just makes absolutely no sense. You know, they don't care about the guys, but then all of a sudden they care about the men when they leave. And the thing is, men are not leaving overseas because they want to see more BBLs. Okay, they're not leaving overseas because they want to see, you know, XYZ. A lot of these guys are leaving overseas so that they can find women who are actually feminine, right? Who don't treat it like it's some sort of a grave insult if the man wants her to cook him some food once in a while. I want you guys to notice, by the way, how normalized it is, right, for women to say crap like, well, a man has to pay my bills. He has to meet XYZ standard, okay? You know, I mean, there are women out there who demand at least 6 figures, often, okay? But if a man says that he wants a singular, triangular sandwich, right, these people lose it. And this is exactly why men go elsewhere, is that, like, there's no gratitude, there's no reciprocity. A man can work his entire life, dedicate it to a modern Western woman, and still get treated like trash. Okay? And, like, a lot of the Western women, they're just straight up losing to women who are, like, Filipinas and stuff, man. I've covered Filipino women on this channel before, and you know the difference? The difference is, when I play their videos, I can actually listen to them speak uninterrupted. But, like, I play a Western woman from TikTok, guys, and I have to interrupt it so damn often. I don't even necessarily have, you know, very important commentary to say. I just stop the video because I don't want to listen to the woman anymore. Like, think about how difficult it would be to actually have a relationship with one of these women. It's simply impossible.
They don't want to be seen like an object. We objectify men by objectifying ourselves.
Great point, by the way. Absolutely, very, very sensible point. And I've noticed also a lot of women, they complain about, you know, men objectifying them. But really, it's just all the women doing it to themselves. Oh, men objectify me. Men only use me for my body. And it's literally the only thing that they're presenting to the outside world.
That intimacy back in the days of what's the size of your heart turns slowly to be what's the size of your dick, what's the size of your wallet, what's the size of the ring you're about to buy me, how many Michelin stars this restaurant have, what's the size of your insecurity because I'm walking naked and everybody's looking at me, so you better don't tell me what to do, and you better don't tell me that you have insecurity, and you better don't feel like I am shared with everybody else. Oh, don't feel like that. No, I'm just beautiful. You have issues.
I absolutely love this. This gaslighting from modern women, guys, is absolutely so ridiculous. What this woman is saying is spot on. Okay, like if you have a girlfriend or something like this, you know, a lot of women, modern day women, will try and convince you that you're insecure because you don't want your girlfriend showing her body everywhere, or you don't want your girlfriend, you know, talking to a bunch of dudes. Right? Oh, you don't want your wife or girlfriend talking to random men? You don't want your wife or girlfriend to have a bunch of guy friends and show off her body on Instagram? Like, of course not. What man wants that? And they just bust out all of the shaming language they possibly can to try and make men conform. And here's the really disgusting part. If you're a man and you actually conform to this crap, okay, you go along with it and say, well, I don't want to be one of these insecure guys. You are essentially doing a speed run to see how quickly you can get cheated on and ditched, because the women don't respect you anyway. They know that they're pulling nonsense on you, right? When a woman has a bunch of guy friends, she knows exactly what she's doing. When she posts bikini photos on Instagram while she's in a relationship with you, she knows exactly what she's doing. She just doesn't care, and a lot of them will just try and gaslight you. It's insane, man. It's insane the crap that men attempted to be brainwashed to put up with, right? Like, people will just actively try and brainwash men as if this isn't any sort of a big deal and we should be cool with it. Hell no, in my opinion.
And when you go and watch a man and you ask him what you can provide, how much money can you bring, how much money you make a year, you objectify men. You wanting to know the size of his wallet is objectification.
I agree wholeheartedly. That's absolutely a great point. You know, that totally makes sense. Women objectify men just as much, if not more, in my opinion, and women objectify men for a multitude of reasons as well, not just bodies.
We do what we don't want them doing to us. We do to them because we cannot face ourselves. We cannot face the work we need to do. We cannot face the change we need to take. We rob them from their choice. We rob them from a chance of intimacy. We rob them from the biggest thing they could have, knowing themselves. They're all the time so busy jerking off. If we want a change, we must change first, because we hold the biggest chunk of this problem. Men, it's on themselves too to change, but we have to show them why. We have to give them a reason why to.
This is what I've been saying on the channel for so long, guys, is, you know, men oftentimes, we're told to do X, Y, Z. We're told to invest in women, have relationships, get married to them, you know, invest. You need to go to the gym. You need to become emotionally intelligent, whatever the hell. Like, you have to jump through all of these hoops for women. Okay, which again, I don't have an issue with a lot of these hoops by definition. I don't think that there's anything wrong with, for example, going to the gym or whatever. But again, I don't think you should be doing crap like this for women, you know, because again, what's the reward? What do you get in return by investing a lot into these people, right? By going through all of these particular hoops. I think a lot of men get absolutely squat in return, you know? And it's like, if you're going to do these things, you might as well just do them for yourself, because there's certainly no point doing these things actively for modern women. There's absolutely zero incentive for men to follow through and do a bunch of these things that women demand of them these days. But guys, we're going to be leaving today's episode there. Don't forget to leave your thoughts and your comments. Make sure you guys take care of yourselves, and I'll be seeing you all in the next one. Peace.